Are you visiting Tokyo Disneyland? Well, you're going to need tickets. And in this video, I'm going to tell you 5 things you need to know about park tickets for Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea. So let's do it. What kind of tickets are offered? That's a really great question. As of right now, there are only 1-day tickets available. The full pricing is up on our website. I'll put a link in the description. It's also on the official Tokyo Disney Resort website. A 1-day ticket for an adult is about 7,900 yen, which is about currently $55 US, which is pretty cheap, but they do have variable pricing. So depending on the day, if it's a weekend or a weekday or a holiday, or if they expect it to be busy for whatever reason, the price may be higher, as much as 9,400 yen. Now, on top of that, there's also early evening and weeknight tickets. Now, this is something that they just introduced, or reintroduced, I should say, recently, where you can go to the park later in the day for a reduced price. As of right now, there are no park hopper tickets because you can only get a 1-day ticket. So there's no park hopping. If you really wanted to, you could buy 2 1-day tickets, or buy a 1-day ticket and then an early evening ticket for another park. If that's something you really want to do, you can do that. But officially, there is no park hopping right now. That didn't come back when the parks reopened in 2020. So I hope that comes back at some point, but as of right now, that is not the case. And there's also no annual passes at the moment. I hope that comes back at some point. For those of us that used to have annual passes, we have to get 1-day tickets. I hope that does come back at some point. The next thing you need to know is where to buy tickets. Now, this is where things get a little confusing, but I'll explain the best I can. And remember, I do have a guide up on our website that goes into this in greater detail. So once you're done watching this video, you can go and check out the link in my description. So don't worry, I got you covered. The first place to try is the Tokyo Disney Resort website. And keyword here is try. I will talk about that a little bit later in another section. The other place is the Tokyo Disney Resort app. Now, the only thing with this is you can only buy tickets currently in Japanese. So if the app is in Japanese, the ticket option will pop up. But if you have it in English, it's not going to be there. So unless you live here, you're probably not going to be using that option. Another one is if you're a Disney hotel guest. So if you're staying at the Hotel Miracosta, Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, Disney Ambassador Hotel, the Tokyo Disney Celebration Hotels, or the Toy Story Hotel, you can buy tickets with your reservation if your credit card works. Again, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Or you can buy it when you arrive at the hotel or the welcome center. So you can buy it in cash, you can use your credit card. Your credit card will usually work at the hotel, so no worries there. So that's probably your best bet for getting tickets, because you are guaranteed entry once you have a hotel reservation. If you're staying at the Disney hotels, you can buy tickets even if they're sold out. You can still buy tickets. I really just want to emphasize that. As for official hotels, these are the hotels that are on the monorail loop at Tokyo Disney Resort. That includes the Sheraton and the Hilton Tokyo Bay and other hotels. Now, as of this recording, they don't have guaranteed entry for hotel guests. That used to be a thing, but it's not anymore. It might come back, I'm not sure, but there are a few things you can do to secure some tickets. Now, it's different for every hotel, so I ask you to check ahead of time, because I think things are going to change. So the information I'm giving you is current as of this recording. Now, for the Sheraton, you have to first make your hotel reservation through their website. Then you have to reserve your ticket before you arrive. If you don't do that, they're not going to be able to give you tickets. Yeah, it's a little, it's not the best. And then also with the Hilton, they do it a little bit differently. You have to book a package through their website to get your tickets. You can't buy them once you get there. Other places that you can buy tickets is the convenience stores in Japan. Now, this is something that's a little, I would say, stressful. The machines are only in Japanese, so you're gonna have to kind of fumble your way through it if you can't read Japanese, or you might have to ask help from the staff. This includes places like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson and Mini Stop. They have tickets, and based off of my research, they release them on Thursdays at 2, or at least on Thursdays for the next month. For convenience store tickets, unless you live here, I wouldn't rely on that. It's kind of a little bit of pain, especially if you don't read or speak Japanese. And also they only release the tickets, based off of my research, is a month and a week ahead of time. Normal tickets on the Tokyo Disney Resort website are 2 months in advance. So talking about that, 2 months in advance for the Tokyo Disney Resort tickets. It used to be 3 months, but now it's 2. We might go back to 3 at some point. I really don't know. Next up is third parties. Places like Klook, Klook, and KK Day, they have tickets for Tokyo Disney Resort. These websites just started selling these tickets again. They weren't available for the longest time, but within the last few months, they have now started showing up on the website. So if you're having troubles with the Tokyo Disney Resort website, then I suggest trying these third parties. They are legitimate. I've used them before I even started vetting them. I made sure I went through and I tried the service, and it is completely legit. I actually went to Tokyo Disney Resort twice in 1 week by buying my tickets through Klook, actually. So feel safe that you can actually buy your tickets through them, and it's perfectly fine. For the convenience stores, I would really just use it as a last ditch effort, because yeah, it's like you're kind of leaving it really last minute once you get into the country. You might luck out. I really don't know. I just wouldn't recommend that. Before I tell you about where you cannot buy Tokyo Disney Resort tickets, we're going to take a quick break for this video's sponsor, WDW Magazine, the place to get your Disney fix with their monthly print and digital magazine. It's a great way to stay updated with the happenings at Walt Disney World and other Disney parks around the world, including Tokyo Disneyland. They showcase beautiful photos, easy to follow tips, and some issues even have articles written by yours truly. Save 20% off your first year of subscription by using the promo code EXPLORER20 at checkout. You can scan the QR code on the screen with your phone or visit explorer.wdwmag.com. Supporting our sponsors also supports us, so make sure you go and check them out. Where can you not buy Tokyo Disney Resort tickets? I'm going to tell you, because things have changed. The first thing, you can't buy them at the park anymore. And by that, I mean at the park gates. Before, you could show up and buy tickets at the gates. That is not the case anymore. You cannot just walk up to the ticket booths and buy tickets. Even when you get to the resort, there's going to be announcements that tell you to buy your tickets online. And remember, in the last segment, if you're staying at a Disney hotel, remember, you can just buy it at the hotel. Don't worry about it. So that's a really big thing to know. I do not want you to just show up at the park thinking you can buy a ticket for the day at the gates. As of right now, that is not the case, and I don't want you to be disappointed. Another place is walking up to the Disney stores and buying at their ticket counter. Their ticket counters are pretty much closed at a lot of the locations now. Now, I put a little asterisk with that because a couple of the Disney stores still sell tickets, but you have to have the Shop Disney Japan app to make a reservation to buy the tickets at the ticket counter. You can't just walk up and buy the tickets. It doesn't work like that. You have to make a reservation through the Japanese Shop Disney app. So probably 99% of you that are watching this are probably not going to do that. I haven't even done it. It's kind of a pain, so I wouldn't recommend that. But just know you can't just go to the Disney stores anymore, unfortunately, and buy tickets without making a reservation through the app in Japanese. I'm over here undressing off camera. Oops. Quick costume change. You do not need a park reservation once you buy your tickets. So I know in the US parks, once you buy a ticket, you also have to have a reservation. If you don't have that, you're kind of out of luck. Don't worry, it's not like that here in Japan. Once you have your ticket, it has a date on it, you can visit the park. I just want to re-emphasize that again. Once you buy your ticket, it has a date on it, you can visit the park. You don't have to make any reservations after that. Once you buy it, you can go to the park. No advanced reservations required except for booking your ticket. That's it. There's nothing extra to do. That easy. You're going to run into problems with your credit card on the official website. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, if any of you are watching this and have dealt with the official Tokyo Disney Resort website to buy tickets, your credit card, there's a really good chance it's not going to work. That's just the way it is. I don't know why it's like that. You're just going to have to try and see what happens. Now, there's a few things to try. I know some people have had better luck with MasterCard. Some people have had better luck with Visa. honestly, you're just gonna have to try and just see if it works. If it doesn't work, then you're gonna have to try the other methods that I mentioned earlier in the video. Yeah, it's always been like this though too. There's always been issues for years. With that said, you can book the hotels much easier with your credit card. So I don't know if the payment systems are separate or what. I don't know how that works exactly, but people have a better success booking Disney hotels. So if you book a Disney hotel, then of course you can buy your tickets once you arrive if you want to. And also throughout the park too, most credit cards will work within the park. There's just no issues with that. It's actually gotten better in the parks, oddly, but the website is still kind of very hit or miss when it comes to credit cards, foreign credit cards I should say. Now I have some bonus tips for you explorers for buying tickets. First thing is always check the official website first. They have a very extensive FAQ section, so I recommend reading through that if you have specific questions about the tickets if we don't cover it on our website, because there is a lot of information on the official Tokyo Disney Resort website. And if you have very specific questions about the tickets, then you can actually contact Tokyo Disney Resort. They have a English contact form that you can send them an email, so I recommend going that way because they'll be able to give you answers straight from the official source. When you buy your tickets through the Tokyo Disney Resort website, it's going to ask you to print it. Now, here's the thing you have to keep in mind. Make sure you have them all printed, and when you scan into the park, you're going to have to scan them into the Tokyo Disney Resort app so you can use standby pass, entry requests, and other features within the app. Now, another thing to note is with Klook and KKday, for those services, they're going to issue you a digital ticket. Now, it does say on the ticket that you have to scan with your phone to get into the park. I recommend printing out the tickets too, because once you get into the park, you have to scan your tickets into the app, just like the official tickets. So you're going to need a hard copy or another device. Like if you're with someone else, have someone else open up the tickets on their device, their phone, whatever, and then scan it with another phone. So just keep that in mind. I did run into that issue when I bought my tickets through third parties. I didn't realize that. I thought maybe I could upload a picture, like a screenshot of my QR code to the Tokyo Disney Resort app, but that's not a feature. Hopefully they add that in the future just to make it easier. But what I had to do, I actually had to take a screenshot of the QR code, send it in a message to someone, and then I had to open it up on my Apple Watch so I can show the QR code full screen that I scanned it that way. So just keep that in mind. If you're someone that lives in Japan and has bought your tickets through the Tokyo Disney Resort app, there's nothing for you to do. It's just going to automatically link everything because it's done through the app, so you don't have to worry about that. Everything that I mentioned here could change because things at Tokyo Disney Resort and in Japan in general has been changing rather quickly, especially with the borders just reopening up. I expect things to continue changing. So always refer to our website and the official Tokyo Disney Resort website because they'll have the most up-to-date information. I hope you found this helpful. I'll put another video up here for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Now, I know in the US parks, when you have